Hello there, and thank you for tuning in once again. In this tutorial I'm going to tie up a very popular caddis pattern I'm sure you've all seen in books, but I've never really tied this one up before, believe it or not, so I wanted to give this one a go. And I thought you might like to see this one this time around, so it's the good old popular goddard caddis. And I'll get this one on the vise, fresh hook in, I'll get going here for you. Okay, the hook I'm using is a mustad 94840. I'm tying one a size 10 here, a little bigger for the video. We'll get that locked down in the vise here. And for thread I'm using nanosilk 30D, a little bit nice and strong and a black for spinning the deer here. And before I put that on, I'm going to take a little bit of just a drop of super glue here, put over the shank. Just a little dab there. Okay, now get this thread started on. I want to come back a few eye lengths behind the eye, and we're just going to wrap back here. Get that little excess glue off of there. There we go. And we'll come back to just about to the barb. Okay. Now, this here, you want to use a razor blade to cut it because it's very strong. It can really do a number on your good scissors. Alrighty, so as you know, the whole body consists of deer hair, so I'm gonna got some natural gray deer hair here, and I'm gonna cut one chunk at a time out here, and we'll spin it as we go. And I take about half a pencil width diameter of each section that I use. It's going to clean the under fur out, short hairs out each time. We don't need the tips, so I'll snip the tips off. Okay, in that first section, I'm just going to hold that like so and let that spin around. Whoops. Okay, I don't know what happened there, so that section didn't want to work quite right, so I'll grab another one. Just bear with me, folks. Sometimes it doesn't want to cooperate. Try this one more time here. Alrighty. Give this a go here. Bring that down. We're gonna hold that, spin the rest of that around. There we go. And just wrap forward. Just like so. Then jump ahead. And we'll grab another section, same diameter. Trim that off. Clean all the under fur out. Short hairs, and I'll snip off the tips. I'll bring that in, spin that around, a couple wraps, let it spin around the hook. Get any trapped hairs, just take your dubbing needle and pick those out before you spin it, just like so. Wrap forward. And I want to keep that packed in nice and tight, so I just take my fingers and squeeze that in there. Okay. Now jump ahead, tie in another section. Just don't want too big of sections of deer here. Off the tips. Okay, and we'll come in with another piece here, spin that on, let that come around. Okay, wrap forward, and I'll pack that in as well. Push it in nice and tight. up ahead here. And this could be the last section, maybe one more, we'll see when I spin this one on here. Okay. Those guard hairs out of there, or garter, excuse me. Short hairs, I should say, and under fur. Okay, we'll spin this section in here. Let that come around, spin it on. Just like so. Jump it in front there. Okay. Now I'm going to pack this in nice and tight. Okay. That looks about right. Okay. Just to make sure I get that packed in there tight, I'm going to bring in my little hair packer here and give that a little push. Oops. Okay. That looks good. Okay. Now, next step is the trimming. I'm just going to go around, make sure there's no trapped hairs before I start trimming. Alright, now to trim these, the trick is to, once you get them spun up, it's just to put your scissors, you want them to go up on an angle. Just keep trimming up on an angle all the way around the body. Just like so here. Right back to the tail, or the rear section I should say. And we'll just keep trimming back. Just like so. Just keep those hairs out of the way. And we'll keep trimming back. And just keep coming around here. A fair amount of trimming to this fly, but it's good. Makes good practice for spinning deer hair. That's one thing about it. Just going for that desired shape here. Takes a little while to do it, but you're almost there now, folks. Could have took it out of the vise, but this one here is not quite so bad to trim while it's in the vise, like unlike a muddler minnow. I usually take them out of the vise, but okay. Now once we get to the back end here, what I'll do, just want that to go up there a little ways farther. Level that out. Now I'll take the back end here, and you want to cut this down, grab the ends and cut it on a slant, on an angle, like so. Actually I want a little steeper angle than that, so I'm going to trim that a little bit more here. Okay, we almost got it. Actually, I'm going to take a hold of that with my fingers from underneath and give it the trim. So get that a little bit shorter there. And then I'm going to come in and trim that on an angle. Okay, that's the shape we're looking for right there. Okay, there's the body section done. Could fine tune it a little more, but I think that's fine. Okay, next we're gonna wrap back on this little ways here. You may trap down a few deer fibers, but just want to make sure I got lots of room for my hackle and everything. So, okay, now the antenna is just simply a red hackle stem that you strip the fibers off of, and I had one here if I can find it. That's the question. Yeah, it's here on my bench somewhere, folks. Just bear with me. It was right here anyhow, put it that way. So it looks like I'm going to have to grab another one. Just hold on a sec, folks. As you can tell in my videos by now, I don't edit anything, so it is what it is. You probably figured that out by now. Okay. Thanks for having patience with me while I grab another hackle here. Okay, that'll give me an opportunity to show you what I'm using. It's just a long brown saddle hackle, and you strip all the fibers off both sides. Strip them all down. Okay, just taking the fibers off here, off both sides. Because we just want to don't get this prepared for our antennas on the fly. Alrighty, now I'm going to trim that out of there. And strip a few more off it. Okay, now I'll snip the tip off. Now what I'll do is just take that bare stem and just fold it. Just like so, until you get a loop like that, and then we'll tie that in on top. And that shall be our antennas once I get it situated here. Okay, and just wrap back on that. Nice snug wraps. Trim off the excess. Okay, wrap back a little farther. Okay, now next step is to tie in our hackles, and I have two dry fly hackles here, two brown. I'll tie those in here. Okay. Okie dokie. Just getting them situated here, folks. Alrighty, we'll tie those in. Dull side facing rearward. Wrap back on those. Then we'll wrap forward, wrapping down those stems. I'll come in here and snip them off. Just like so. Wrap forward. Okay, now we'll wrap our hackles. So I'll bring in my hackle pliers here. And I'll grab that first hackle. Bring it down around. And we'll begin to wrap this guy. Strap him forward. One wrap right in front of the previous. Sort of keep them nice and close together. One more wrap to come around. Bring that up. Whoops. Hackle broke on me there, so I'm just going to re-grip that. Sorry about that, folks, but that happens. Start over. And wrap forward once again. Okay. Tie this guy off. Couple behind, couple in front. And we'll come in and snip off that tip. Just like so. Grab the next tackle. Same deal. I'm going to come around underneath. Grab it with the pliers. And we'll wrap that guy the same, but as I wrap the second hackle, I'm going to zigzag it back and forth. Just tends not to trap fibers that way. Just brush those back as I go. And just work towards the front, same as the first tackle. And hopefully this one won't break on me. And we come around the top with a couple wraps. And wrap back on it a couple wraps. And I'll come in and snip that tip out of there. Okay. Okay, then we're going to make a couple more securing wraps. But first, now I'm going to just take the scissors, come in, snip that loop in half. Just like so here. Okay, and there's our antenna. Just going to clip them a tad bit shorter. And I want them going up a little ways there. Alrighty, I just got a couple stray fibers here I want to trim out, then we'll do a whip finish and easy done deal. Just watch if you're trimming any here, you don't cut your antennas off. Alrighty, now I'll just come in with my whip finisher. Whoops, or bump the camera. Sorry for being clumsy. Now, come in and whip finish this guy up. Okay, there's a whip finish, and I'll come in and trim him with the razor blade. And there we are. Another size 10 goddard caddis. The only time consuming part is the body, because you got to spin the deer hair and try to get the correct shape. But other than that, it's not that hard of a tie. So I got one more step here. Just kind of come in, put some head cement around the thread wraps. Some on the bottom that's soaked in. Check that eye for any glue there. Don't want any glue in the eye. Okay, that's fine. Alrighty. There we have it. So, thank you for sticking with me there for this tutorial. And thank you for watching like always. And if you haven't subscribed yet and you enjoyed this tutorial and you'd like to see more, hit the good old subscribe button and throw in a like too if you wish. And until next time, like always, happy tying out there everyone. I shall see you again soon. And so long for now, folks.